The program that we joined, HBR made an investment at the beginning of the year so that we could provide something to SOS members that is actually a complimentary service, and so up front it's free. Now I want to make sure you understand what it is the grant search program is and what it is not. The grant search program allows us to take information from your organization about your organization and technology projects that you're trying to get accomplished, and we run a national search for organizations that might grant money or that does grant money to organizations similar to yours for projects similar to what you're trying to accomplish. That would include anything that is technology. If you needed a PA system, if you needed a security system, if you needed smart boards, if you needed projectors, classroom on wheels. If you look at our organization, HBR Technologies can provide most of those items. However, it doesn't have to be something that we provide. I'll go back to the example of the PA system. We don't provide just a PA system, but if that's something that you need for safety purposes, then we're going to run that national search for you, and that's not a problem. Again, what's going to come back from that search, it's going to be organizations that accept grant requests for the kind of, for technology projects. And it doesn't guarantee you grant money. I am not actually submitting grant requests. I'm, again, finding organizations that you can submit to. And the nice thing is, and I have a picture of it a little bit further back, it provides to you information about that organization, the institution that grants money. It gives you the contact information and usually a website where you can actually pull down the forms to submit for grant requests. And if need be, the grant search organization can help you write grants, but that is for a fee, and that's completely outside of HBR Technologies. So we don't make money from it, we don't participate in it, and what we have found is that most grant organizations won't allow an institution to both write a grant and fulfill a grant. And just being upfront, HBR Technologies fulfills technology. We don't write grants for technology. Both myself and HBR Technologies, we work with the technology for the schools in their technology, whether it's providing products. I've served on technology committees. I've served on advisory boards, and have been to planning meetings where really I'm just playing the sounding board, but I have the knowledge of what a lot of schools are doing, and it's schools of all sizes, and it really helps me, again, ask the right questions. So if you tell me where you are with technology and what you're trying to accomplish, then I can guide towards what the next step might be. And for some organizations it's smart boards. For other organizations it's just getting the first lab set up, and everybody's on a different playing field, and what they're trying to accomplish is different. But when it comes down to how they use the technology to accomplish it, then it all comes in, and it's very similar. The licensing program is a subscription program, and what's interesting about that is Microsoft has created a program where you don't buy the product outright, you actually subscribe to the product on an annualized basis. And this can be the Windows Server, the client access licenses that are necessary, Microsoft Office, SharePoint. There are endless titles. It seems that there are about 300 titles that you're allowed to subscribe to. And so I want to go through why it's a good program, and when you would use it and when you wouldn't use it. So one of the real keys to this program is it's really easy compliance. You are subscribing to the title, and in this case, let's say it's you want to move to Office 2010, which is coming out, and you own 2003, but you don't have an upgrade path, or you may have planned an upgrade path But instead of buying it outright and putting software assurance on it, which is Microsoft's way of saying that you get all the upgrades and updates for free after you've bought it, this program allows you to simply count the number of machines you have in your environment, and you multiply that times the fee. And so if actually I'll back up and I'll use Windows 7 as a hot topic right now. To upgrade to Windows 7, it's approximately $15 per seat that you have in your environment. So if you have 150 computers, it's $15 times $150, and that is your annual subscription. And it's as simple as counting them once during the summer. The sign-up and renewal period is at the end of July, and they true up at the beginning of the program. So if you had 150 this year in July, you'd say, I'm doing it at 150. If someone were kind enough to donate 20 machines during the middle of the school year, then you could implement those 20 machines, roll out the software on those 20 machines as well, and then when it comes to renewal for the next year, you just add it up to 170 machines, and that's what the new count would be for that year's subscription. Now, it isn't easier than that. The other portion of it that makes it really easy is that because the subscription program includes software assurance, you're automatically allowed to install the latest and greatest product. And so if in the middle of the year they come out with a new server product and it's one of the titles you subscribe to, you can move to it anytime you want to. It doesn't mean you have to, because certain machinery may not run, the new Office, and so you may determine that it's better to leave certain old machines on 2003 and move certain other machines up to 2010. And so again, it makes it very easy to be compliant because you're allowed to move forward as you want, not at the direction of somebody else like Microsoft. So low IT administration is single count once a year, and it's keeping you current on the technology. It's a simple budgeting process because again, you're subscribing and you're paying one time a year. It's not a monthly effort. It's not every 3 years you get a big balloon payment that you have to pay because software assurance is about to run out. It's just an annual subscription fee. And the other nice thing that's true about this program is that if you bought the product outright with software assurance, you could subscribe to most of the titles between 3 and 5 years before you'd be paying out the same amount of money. And when you total up how much buying new Office for the organization would be, if you buy it outright, it's a wonderful thing to be able to spread out the payments, meaning you pay for the subscription this year, next year, and the next year, as opposed to paying it all out of this next year's school budget.